me and Babs are bringing you my Owls readathon. I decided to do the Trader of Magical Tomes. She literally just laid on my my notepad that has my notes. Hold please. I have my notes. And I am doing the Trader of Magical Tomes as my career. I want to try to do. I'm already halfway through 2 of the books. The Owls is hosted by G from Book Roast. I will link her channel down below and in the eye above. I think it's over here. I don't know. My camera's reversed. And let's get to it. I am going to try to do all 12 challenges in preparation for the newts. So I have my notes. And then I'm also doing the Animagus training too. So I have to read 6 books, which isn't that bad really if you think about it. That's why I'm like, I should just shoot for 12. You never know. If I don't read ones that aren't on my actual list, then it won't matter. Anyway, let's dive on. And is Ancient Runes, which is the heart rune. It could be a heart on the cover or a heart in the title. I chose heart in the cover, which is right here, for Shuffle Repeat by Jen Klein. I met her a couple years ago, had my book signed by her, and I'm excited to read this and see what it's like. I will have all my books linked down below along with my blog post that I did for my charms. Blue Lily, Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater. The prompt is white cover, and it obviously has white as the main color of the cover. And this is the 3rd book in the Raven Cycle quartet. And since it is the 3rd part of the series, I am not going to tell you what it's about, but I will link it down below. So the next one is History of Magic, which has to do with witches and or wizards in the story and or series. So I chose Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I've had this on my shelf for a while. I've started it a couple times and then just put it back down and figured what better time to read this than right now. The next one I believe is Transfiguration, which I chose Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I've read this a few times before, and I just know it deals with werewolves and vampires, so shape-shifting is the prompt. So I'm gonna reread this. For the Animagus training is Arithmancy, in which I chose Jane Eyre. I don't read a lot of classics. It's one of the things I don't really care to read, other than modern classics. I don't mind modern day classics, but the old stuff, it's a little harder for me. And this was the prompt for outside your favorite genre. And then the next prompt is Potions, which is 150 pages or less. I'm going to reread The Crucible. It is 140 something pages. 142 pages, which is perfect. This is a play by Arthur Miller about the Salem witch trials. This is gonna be the 5th time I've read this since high school. It's literally one of my favorite classics in the whole wide world. So those are my required reading, those 6 books. And I have a few other books I chose to finish out the prompts just for the funsies of it. So for astronomy, which is one that's going to be read mostly at night, I'm actually reading a book on my Kindle. It is called #Poser. I will insert a cover right here. It is the 5th book in a series, and I will not spoil the series. But it is a new adult book. The next prompt is Kara Magical Creatures, which is a book with a beak on the cover. And I chose An Enchantment of Ravens. I recently picked this up, and I've heard good things and bad things. I just know it has to do with fae, which is something I've been really into, as I just recently finished the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black. You know, this one over here. Crow Prince, Wicked King, Queen of Nothing. And I've been in a fae episode, so. And it's quite short, so it'll be easy to speed through. I'm going to do Scavenge the Scars for Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is like near the ocean or like on the coast. I've heard this has to do with ocean of some sort or coast. I personally don't know, but from when I went on the book suggestion page, which I'll have linked down below, this was suggested as one of the books for this prompt. So for divination, the prompt was like a randomly chose number. I just had my cats pick out my books because it was just easier. Wicked Saints was the one that they chose the treats off of. I wish I filmed it, but I didn't because I did it a few days ago. It was the one chosen by Barbie, which you saw earlier. She is my choosy cat. This book is really beautiful and I'm ready to read it. Like, I've had it like since Christmas, like around Christmas-ish time. So I'm ready. And for herbology, it's supposed to be a title that starts with M. So I chose More Happy Than Not by Adam Savara. I know this has to do with LGBTQ plus characters, but that's about all I know. It's very colorful. It kind of matches my makeup and my hair. And then the last book I chose, which was for Muggle Studies, is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I haven't read this one yet. I've read two of her other books. Read Secondhand Summer and Unexpected Everything. And this one I've had for a bit. I've even had her sign it. Yay! This one is for Muggle Studies, which is reading a contemporary. I didn't specify what kind of contemporary, so I chose one I've been wanting to read. There's also like a playlist goes along with it that Morgan made herself, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but there's an actual playlist and I'm very excited. So those are all the books I plan on reading for the Owls readathon. Let me know if you're partaking in the Owls and what your career choice was. I'm hoping to get my 6 books that's on the top shelves read, obviously. I have plenty of time, and I will see you in another video. Bye!